It's the prophet Joel, chapter 3, verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. Wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, and let them come up. Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Akakadash. Barak Thumb to the elders, Wa'akim, Wa'akwa, from the apostles as well too. And the Heavenly Father, true name is Yahweh, and his only begotten Son, Ba'ashem, and the name of Mashak Kabashai. Those are their true names in the ancient Paleo-Hebrew, the Lashon Kodash tongue. And I say Barak Thumb to the elders, the apostles, Wa'akim, Wa'akwa once more, and I say Shalom. And this is a news article from the Jerusalem Post, published February the 4th, 2025, and last updated February the 4th, 2025 as well too. And as we've been seeing, the UN watchdog definitely been monitoring the situation with Iran building up their nuclear capability. And about the day before yesterday, you had Iran reveal one of their underground military bunkers that create more nuclear capability. They had revealed one of their largest missiles and been sending that warning, towards the United States armies, towards the Western countries, and towards Israel, as Israel as well too, because you've been, previously, you've been seeing the rise in tensions between Iran and Israel. Iran versus the United States as well too. And the Western countries been using economic sanctions on Iran as well too, as they got out of the 2018 discussions from 2015 all the way into 2018, trying to revive the nuclear deal. So ever since then, both nations been, having to a certain agreement of that. As I had a sad note to that, and it reads, it says, Iran will be obliterated if they try to kill me. Trump says. It says, speaking at the Oval Office in the White House, Trump says Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. Because keep this in mind, over the past couple of years and as recently, Iran definitely been building up their nuclear capability to create increasing enrichment of uranium, more nuclear capability to our arsenal that they already have. It says that the U.S. has the right to block the sales of Iranian oil into other nations. And keep this in mind, you have Russia and Iran came to an agreement from, I believe, from the economical bank or money bank perspective of them, the de-dollarization of the American dollar and the euro dollar as well too. As I added an additional sad note to that as well too. It says the U.S. President Donald Trump on Tuesday restored his maximum pressure campaign on Iran that includes efforts to drive its oil export down to zero in order to stop Tehran from obtaining a nuclear weapon. It says ahead of his meeting with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, Trump signed the presidential memorandum reimposing Washington's tough policy on Iran that was practiced throughout his first term. As he signed the memo, Trump described it's a very tough, said he was torn on whether to make the move. He said Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon in hopes that a deal can be worked out with Tehran. Trump added that Iran will be obliterated were to try to retaliate and kill him. He would, however, be willing to meet with his Iranian counterpart to try to persuade Iran to give up what the United States believes Tehran's efforts to develop a nuclear capability. Trump has accused former President Joe Biden of falling into rigorously enforced oil sanctions, while Trump says emboldening Tehran by allowing to sell oil to fund nuclear weapons program and arm militarize in the Middle East. It says Iran is drastically accelerating enrichment of uranium up to 60% purity, close to the roughly 90% of weapons grade level. The UN nuclear watchdog chief told Reuters in December Iran has denied wanting to develop a nuclear weapon. It says Trump's memo, among the others, the U.S. Treasury Secretary to impose maximum economic pressure on Iran, including sanctions, and enforcing mechanism on those who violated existing sanctions. It also depends the Treasury State Department to implement a campaign aiming at driving Iran's oil export to zero. The U.S. oil prices pared losses on Tuesday on the news that Trump plans to sign a memo which offset some weakness from the tariff drama between Washington and Beijing. Iran's mission to the UN nation in New York did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Tehran's oil exports brought 53 billion in 2023 and 54 billion a year earlier, according to the U.S. Energy Information Administration estimates. Outpost in 2024 was running at its highest level since 2018, based on the data, uptick data. I meant to say, Trump has driven Iran's oil exports to nearly zero during his first term after reimposing sanctions that rose under Biden's tenure as Iran succeeded in evading sanctions. The Paris-based international energy agencies believe Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, and other OPEC members have spare capacity to make up any losses. Experts from Iran, also an OPEC member, so once again,